How often do you allow your joy to be robbed from you? It's something that I do quite often. It's almost like I'm telling myself that I'm not allowed to feel happy, I'm not allowed to feel joy or pleasure. And it's a deep rooted thing, it's a historic thing. And it's like I'm almost saying, no, Tanya, you're not allowed to feel joy. And then what happens is it's like a downward spiral. It just spirals in my mind that this is it. You can't feel happy. And I wanted to bring this today because I'm seeing it so often in a lot of people as we come out of lockdown. And some people are like so super excited because they're able to socialize more. They can return to their jobs. Businesses can like build up again, restore again. And there's just this like dark cloud hanging over people. And it's got me thinking, what is that dark cloud that's hanging over everybody? And to be honest, I think from a professional point of view, it's like the fallout from what we've just been through. And some of us are still stuck in it as well. Some of us haven't even left the house since the beginning because of they're not well enough to, Can you imagine being stuck in that whole time? I think for me, who loves being in, I love being on my own. I don't think I would be able to manage it this long. But as we are returning to some sort of new normal, and let's be honest, it's never going to be normal like it was before because, for instance, many people can now work online. So that's something that's completely changed. And now with the new regulations that we have to wear masks in shops coming into force on the 24th of July, that's never happened before in this country. Other countries around the world, it's quite normal to wear a mask. But here, it really isn't. And it's something that actually has brought me anxiety because I have to read people's body language to be able to understand what they're saying, what they're meaning, because of the neurological disorder that I have. I process things a little bit different to other people. And so it's brought me a lot of anxiety because I can't look people in the eyes. I find it really uncomfortable. So I rely on their tone of voice and their body language and their facial expressions to understand what they might be thinking and feeling, because 80% of our communication is through our body. It's not in our language. It's how we project how we're feeling and thinking in our body. So I'm feeling really anxious about the prospect of having to go into shops around people wearing masks all the time. And it's robbed me of my joy. Like I'm almost allowing it to prevent me from feeling happy that people are starting to, return to their kind of way of being before. And so what is it in your life that is robbing you of your joy? What is it that's preventing you from giving yourself permission to feel happy? Think about how you could flip that mindset. So for me, with the mask, I'm very black and white, so how I've approached it now is it is what it is. This is what we're doing. I can choose to moan about it. I can choose not to go into a shop, or I could choose to accept it, that is what's going to happen. And for me, I know that the benefits of wearing a mask is really good because it will prevent the spread of the virus, which is, saving lives. So I'm adapting how I process information, how I interact with people socially, because it's good for the wider community, for all of us worldwide. And that makes me feel happy that I've chosen to accept it. This is what it is. And so for you, whatever it is that's robbing you of your joy, You can choose to accept it, or you can moan about it. And obviously I'm all about negative emotions, you know, anger management. It's a negative emotion, but which we need. If you're feeling angry, sad, hurt, upset, then explore that, allow that to happen, because that's what I did. You know, I even had a little bit of a cry this morning because I just felt so overwhelmed and sad that in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be seeing more people wearing masks, which for me is, to be honest, frightening. It scares me, because now I'm going to have to change how I receive the information from people. And I've never had to do that before. I've like spent my whole life trying to understand communication, understand language, understand human behavior. That's why I do what I do. So that's what I wanted to bring today, is choose not to let the thing that's robbing you of your joy. Don't let it rob you of your joy. Give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to be angry and sad and hurt by all this too. And I just hope that that can bring some sort of joy into your life, that you have that choice. You can choose how you behave in these situations.